Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. It is I, Dr. Socrates, here at you with another here to deliver to you another YouTube video. Why specifically a YouTube video? Why are you hearing about a YouTube video instead of a Twitch stream? Well, the content that you're about to see was in fact a Twitch stream, but I, the great and powerful I, as feeble-minded as I appear to be, completely forgot to unmute myself during the entirety of the stream. And I'm currently recording over the recorded footage for YouTube's sake. As you can see, the true fool you see before you now, saying words. Eventually, there I go. And not a sound comes out. What you're hearing now is a voiceover after the fact. Thankfully, the game footage was retained for prosperity, and so anything characters say will appear in the video, and all the music from the game will appear in the video. Just like how you're able to hear the background music now from my intermission scene, which is what you're looking at right now. Once we switch to game, that'll disappear and be replaced most likely by simply game audio. So the last time previous to this, in this game, we were trying to get to the legendary third sword of the Aegis. And I thought I could make it before the end of the previous stream. But then we got to this area and I realized, oh, there's so much more to do, probably. And so we ended it there, and then we're picking it up right here. So we're trying to dodge, I'm trying to dodge as many of the enemy monsters and enemies as possible to just kind of get there as quick as possible, because for stream's sake, I just want to progress the plot and get as far as possible in the 3 hours that I stream. So there's a chest over there, and this becomes the biggest heartbreak of the stream. I'm like, I can make it. Nope. No, I can't. I'm just like, oh, shit, okay, forget the chest. Just keep progressing.
Fire, guide me. Happy to.
I was pleasantly surprised to see that I can do that without having to switch out blades.
Hey, look what I found.
And then this was something I really wanted to do. I didn't know what it was at the time until I clicked on it, but basically before I had access to the Spirit Crucible, Elpis, I got a cutscene saying that I should go to the Spirit Crucible Elpis before I even knew what it was, so it kind of happened out of context, saying that Perun wants to go.
This place is pretty tough on blades, isn't it?
Here.
No, not at all. This is nothing I can't bear.
So I knew that she would get more trust in me if I chose that response, so that's the one I chose.
Fine.
Why did you want to come to a place like this anyway?
Well, why do you think?
You wanted to meet the hero Adam?
That's right. Well, to be more precise, I wanted to learn
she's
more
moaning
about
now,
it.
so I also pretend to moan sexually because I really like Perun.
Pyra and Mithra and Brigid, not to mention Jin and Malos, they all have links to Adam.
Oh my god, there's gotta be
I
so much
thought by
editing. I'm
learning
gonna have
about
to
the past,
put it
I
into
could
double time because I
understand
want to
the
make
present.
this stream in double time.
Perhaps the
but then also
reason
change
behind
the cutscenes
conflict we
to
find ourselves in lies in the depths of history.
single time.
If I could learn of that reason, it would help me discern my true foe and strike them down without hesitation.
You're too serious, Perun. There's no need to take it that far.
Oh, I only do what I feel I must. To be my driver's sword and shield is the calling of any blade. So I want to have as much clarity in my purpose as possible. Now, shall we explore these caverns a little more? Please, don't worry about me. Let's keep moving.
I can't help but admire Prune's determination. But even so, we should probably call it a day for now.
Wisdom is my nourishment. Very well. Fascinating.
It is good to boil bananas from time to time. Come out.
So, something about the Spirit Crucible, Elpis, is you can't... I was wondering if maybe Tora, and Poppy could, but I didn't have them equipped at the time. You can't get to, like, second stage blade combo moves. You can only make it up to first stage, so you can't do a 3-part combo. And that'll be very apparent in this fight that's about to start. This guy, freaking Ephraim. I don't remember if I lose to him, but I certainly don't beat him. It kind of drags on. That was satisfying to look at in double time. Smashing the button. I'm wondering at this point if I should just post the stream online without any mic audio. Just let people suffer. No one's gonna watch it anyway, but it doesn't sit right with me. Damn. And at this point, I think I decide to run. I pick up Nia, so to give him an extra target. Morag, I think, falls off a cliff or dies around here. Boom.
So unexpected.
Her life is tied to yours. You have
This is a
life
really good
within you
cutscene.
now.
A life.
She lives on inside you. Her life is tied to yours. Say it for me now. Address me as
I was trying to figure out
father.
at this point, like he wants her to call her he wants her to call him father,
Yes. Father.
but it's because he's heartbroken over the loss of his real daughter. So did he really care about Nia, or did he just want a replacement for his daughter? But then Nia never gives me the impression that she didn't love the man she called father. Like here, she really did care for him. So I'm hoping that it wasn't like a weird thing, but like they truly cared about each other in a father-daughter way.
This was Daz.
She called him Dad too. And that's how we meet Dramark.
My lady! My lady! Are you all right?
Nia! Hey! You don't look so steady. Careful. Fall down there, you'll never hit the bottom.
You must be sick of saving me by now. Huh?
Don't be silly.
Don't push yourself. You can rest up a little longer.
It's even tougher for you, though. I'm telling you, I'm fine.
I think Nia definitely has... Oh, that almost tied up with my actual talking there. I think Nia has the best voice acting, at least in English, in this game. She's the only one who's like consistently
After
good.
my sister died, it wasn't long before my dad died too.
Huh?
I'm finishing my story. Dromark was all I had left to remember him. We started wandering together. Or maybe I should say running.
Running? From who? People your dad owed money to?
No. From the Praetorium.
What? Why?
Well, it's a long story.
Get the cannibal! Capture that flesh-eating blade!
So that's when we find out that she's a flesh eater. This is where she's saved by Jin. And it's around here it starts like I start googling, I think why are Nia's ears on backwards. I think they're cute. If you look at them like they're just kind of folded down sideways, they look cute. But if you really look at them, you think, no, they're freaking on backwards. Like, no animal's ears are that backwards.
I felt like the whole
If they were
world
just
was
slightly
against
angled
us.
out a little more, it
There
would
was
look a little bit
nothing
more
we could
natural.
do but stay on the run.
But they're very
Taking
backwards. But they
each
still
day
think they're
as it
cute if you just
came.
look at them as, like,
Just
always being down.
thankful for each sunrise, praying we'd see another.
Like
Then
Circue's
I
from
met
Genshin Impact.
Jin.
Her ears are always down,
He-
too.
He took me in.
So that's why you and Jin...
In Jin, I saw a way out, you know? I didn't see a future for myself on my own, so I threw my lot in with him. But...
I can't see it.
What?
You're not the kind of person to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I wasn't worried as such.
So, anyway, why the story?
I don't know. I was just rambling.
Look, I don't know
I
what's
really
burning
like how
you,
she
but
really sounded
you
tired there.
shouldn't
Like she's
be
rambling.
afraid
But because
Afraid?
she's kind of exhausted, maybe it's
of
forcing
whatever
her to
it
let her
is.
guard down
Stay
unconsciously.
true to your feelings,
She
even
sounded
if it
just
means
exhausted and
fighting
tired
tooth
and
and claw. That's who you are,
Open a
right?
little bit.
What the hell?
She's doing a really
I'm
good
not
job.
some violent goon.
I think you know what I mean.
Doing a really good job.
The...
There we go. That's the Nia I know.
The Nia... you know.
Not far now. Let's get going.
I'm gonna go back and double time in just a second.
Rex.
There we go.
What over here?
In my experience.
You're all mine.
Alright, so we're pretty much got to the end of it here. This is the last chamber.
In my experience.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing some stuff. And right here is the end. We get to this.
Rex! It's dead end! That seal. It's the same as the one on the ship.
These are the
Who?
phantasms.
What?
Excuse me.
Hey, watch out!
I really like how Rex pulls out Rock's scythes. Rex pulls out Rock's scythe because it's the only confirmed other blade that he has plot-wise. No other blade in the game is specifically his, only a Rock, so technically, plot-wise and cutscene-wise, it's the only blade he could pull out. Because it's the only one that they also force Rex to have. Until, you know, after this fight. So an annoying thing about this is you can keep knocking them out. You'll find, if you're looking at the screen like I am, they keep respawning. And at some point, it's not yet, but at some point, I just put the controller down. When I stop moving around, that'll kind of be the time when I stop doing anything. I just put the controller down. Right now, I think I see some of the phantasms are in different color. So I think, oh, I have to hit the ones that are a different color. I wasn't really sure. Because I kept responding, I'd get them down to 3, then a 4th one would show up, I get them down to 3, then 5, and then at some point, at one point, I think there were 6 of them. Here I think, oh, maybe I'm not supposed, they're Adam, right? He's like the hero, I'm not supposed to fight them, so if I put my weapon away, maybe they'll also put their weapons away, and that's the trick. But no, they just kept whacking me into the good thing they didn't do that much damage. So I think maybe it's just a battle of attrition, and I think around here, at some point, no, you can still be using, you still see me using arts. I think, oh, maybe there's something around here I'm supposed to hit. I think it's around here. I just put the controller down. It's obviously not. And it just goes on and on and on. There is a trick to beating these guys. I'll find that out later, but I didn't know it at the time. It's a real shame that my mic audio was muted, because there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in this episode. There's a lot of interesting stuff that happened in the stream, but the reason I didn't know my mic was on is because no one was watching. Not a single viewer the entire stream to tell me, "Hey Doc, you're muted." I tried to leave the room, but I thought, oh, if I go across that red line, the fight will stop, and I can regroup and rethink about what I wanted to do. But it wasn't like a boundary line, it was a barrier. You can't leave. So I go back up the stairs, because I didn't want to deal with the poison water or this, having to fight next to the stairs. And then I have a bit of a giggle as I watch the phantasms try to make it back up the stairs one by one. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. At some point, was it here? Yeah, I think around here I just put the controller, I don't know, I keep saying that, don't I? At some point, I just put the controller down, and I actually take a moment to Google how to beat these guys. It should be when I turn towards camera, like when you see me face you guys, here. So I've put my controller down and I'm Googling how to beat these guys. But the weirdest thing happens. As I'm Googling it to figure out how to beat these guys, I end up beating them just automatically. I guess, I don't know if I met the conditions, because you have to like, instead of killing them one by one, you have to just reduce their life one at a time until they're all super weak, and then beat them really quick. Because they only respawn each other when there's very few of them left. So you basically have to get rid of all of them very quickly one after another by reducing all their lives, their HP, and then quickly knocking them out one by one. So I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, and then I look back at my screen, and somehow I've
Nia!
beaten them. I was very shocked. And this is a cool cutscene. This is where I remarked, oh, I didn't notice that Rex took out the sides in the first cutscene. This is when I noticed that he had the sides. I thought it was actually pretty cool, like, oh, they have me using the sides because I had rocks out. But then I couldn't remember if I had rock out. And then it occurred to me, oh, rock is the only blade that Rex was confirmed to have other than Pyrite and Mithra. This is Nia finally revealing herself as a blade. I did know about this, like I keep saying. This is not my first playthrough of this game, though I never made it to the... I never beat the game, but I did make it to this part. And so I already knew about this.
Not merely a blade. She's a
flesh eater. But they never say it, so maybe... I don't know if that's what Morag wanted to say.
I am burdened no longer. Not by my past, not by Jin.
There's a funny moment coming up.
A blade? What the?
I'm no longer afraid. This is who I am, Rex. What's the point in living if I have to hide? Thank you for helping me see. I love you, Rex.
You can see me laughing back then, too. He's just like... What? Nani? Eh? What'd you just say? It was so funny.
Come on then! Who wants a piece?
I should have experimented with Tora because they made a big deal at the beginning of the Spirit Crucible. Oh, Tora and Poppy will be fine because they're artificial blade. They make their own ether flow. And so I should have checked to see if Poppy can make it to like a level 2 blade combo. But I never bothered to check.
There really isn't much ether here.
And this is when Rex does the stereotypical, I'm a thick-headed protagonist
Rex.
who did not understand what you
Mia,
meant.
I love you too. I love you and all you guys.
As a friend.
So, let's do this together.
And she's like, oh, I guess, whatever, sure. Because we all know that's not what she meant.
That's just like you. It's all I could ask for.
Let's give him hell.
Ready?
Ready.
And this is the first time, if they let us fight or if it's just a cutscene, this is the first time we get to use Nia as a blade. Do they let us use her? I can't remember. Or does it just go to does it just continue the cutscene? I think it just continues the cutscene. So we only after this whole thing do we really unlock Nia. Freaking Torres, hilarious. And look at this. There's a cute moment.
Who's that?
Is it in this cutscene or
Fight on.
later on in this
Relentless.
stream? Here.
But you do not fight for yourself.
That was cute. I didn't say anything, but I thought that was really cute. Zeke and Morag back to back. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, they're gonna get
I
married and
been
have like
waiting
30
for
kids.
so long. For one such as you.
Whoa.
I do like Nia better with the short hair though. I wish they kept the short hair.
My name is Adam. I am long departed from this world.
That voice. Before.
What is your name, boy?
Rex. I've been here before. This is Elysium. Pyra was standing under that tree. Over there. She looked... lonely.
Is that so? I must offer my gratitude.
Eh?
You are the one who brought me here. I have never been to this place. Once I sought to come here, but I never did.
Oh, really? Neither have I. Not yet.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Rex, what is it that you seek? Wealth? Power? Dominion?
None of those,
Typical
really.
shonen protagonist.
Though, power might be useful.
Power then?
Power to protect.
Protect what?
That's a long list. Gramps, Nia, Tora, everyone in Fonset, and Pyra, and Mithra.
You are greedy, boy.
Everyone in Argentum used to tell me that.
It is not necessary to protect everything. There is a limit to what one man can do.
That's true.
But There is something granted to you especially.
Please, tell me what it is.
The power to accept her. She is afraid of her own power and her terrible destiny. And I too was afraid. I feared the true power of the Aegis. Your will to fight comes from your will to protect. Blades and mortals are linked. When you take on the weight of all the fear she carries, then you will be her true driver.
That's a good cutscene. It's a very good cutscene.
Rex? Rex? What happened? You haven't said anything since the ghost disappeared.
Yeah. I'm fine. Never better.
Yep. Then there's all this all bit. The rock disappears, goes down. I'll just get all of it. Come on, come on, come on. He picks up the sword. He picks up the sword. Just pick up the sword.
The third sword.
And so that was kind of important. We saw and then the sword disappears, and they say, "Oh, the power was within us all along. We don't need the sword." They made a big deal of showing
The
a
Aegis sword.
little
Why did sword break?
control panel
Perhaps it was just
with
down here
3
too long.
spots
You're
for
bloody
Aegis
kidding
core
me, mate.
crystals,
After we trudged all the way down here.
It's okay.
giving me the
How can it be
impression
okay? Pyra's one true sword just broke.
that there are
This was never about the
3
sword.
Aegises,
We have everything we need.
Pyra and Mithra,
I know now.
Malos,
what
and
I
then
have to
a
do.
third one somewhere
Let's
with
go.
a 3rd core crystal.
We've got rescuing to do.
Rex,
At
look.
this point, I'm
Mia,
thinking to
Do
myself,
you trust me?
this sword that we just picked up
Yeah.
belongs to that 3rd Aegis
realised
that we don't
something.
know about.
Haven't you, Rex?
So that's what I'm thinking.
Something important that
And then
the
we
rest
also
of
saw
us
a face that I
can't
believe is
see.
the architect.
I'm with you. I've seen that look in your eyes before.
Lord knows what I'm saying right now. Look at me. So naive. Thinking I'm not muted. And look, Nia's back to being regular Nia. We will be changing that. Let's head back to Fonset. Okay. Double time. So it's explaining to us how to change Nia into Blade Nia, and then how to change Blade Nia back into regular Nia. I decide I want to give Nia a bit of a try, so I go ahead and change her into Blade Nia. And then I have to decide, oh, but I need a 3rd driver, so who do I set up as my 3rd driver? I end up setting up Tora, I believe, as my 3rd driver here. Though I will end up regretting that decision. Like, having 2 tanks was interesting, but it was not the best one. Plus, Zeke, at that point, as you can tell from just then, was a whole lot higher level. So I really should have gone Zeke. One of the big issues with going with Nia as a blade is that it really messes up. Well, it was already kind of messed up because I didn't have Pyra's sword, which let me use Anchor Shot, So I couldn't pull off not the blade combos, but the driver combos. So I'm really around here right now. Just trying to think about what kind of driver combos can I pull off. What do I want to have in my party? And so with Nia as a blade, I attach Florin as well. And so I end up becoming the team's default healer as Rex.
Who'd have thought that
What I'm
Nia
going-
was a blade too?
Why didn't you tell us,
I'm going to
Nia?
realize that
I just didn't, okay?
No, it's not okay.
You lot really
I'm
are
going to
just
realize that
children,
that
aren't
was a
you?
mistake because
Huh?
Florin,
What do
while
you
he is a
mean?
healer, he's not a
You'll
fantastic healer.
understand one day.
Hey, you know, me, Rex, Nia, we've all got some kind of deep blade connection going on with us, haven't we?
To tell the truth, I am a little envious.
I like this.
Lady
Bridget
Morag.
teases Morag here.
You know, I'm sure it could be arranged.
Would it leave a scar?
That's kind of part of the bargain.
In that case, maybe not.
Look at the face.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just... Ah.
Relax. Much as I appreciate the sentiment, I wouldn't want you to harm yourself.
I am sorry.
Anyway, what do we do now? It's all well and good that we escaped, but we've got nothing to show for it.
Don't worry. I know where we have to go.
Are you sure, Rex? You know Pyra's location?
I think so. Near the World Tree. I see a rotting titan. She's there.
A rotting titan. Could it be?
What is it? Morag knows such a place?
Close by the World Tree, against the side of the Great Void, I've heard there's a titan known as the Cliffs of Moritha.
Moritha? That name sounds familiar. Lady Morag, there are tales. Tales of a land of the dead, and the cliffs that lead into its depths.
Yes, indeed. The land of Moritha. A place no living soul has ever witnessed. Well then.
Here's a...
Mick, you here again? Is it passion or idiocy?
Patroka. Just ask me out already.
Piss
guy's a
off
creep.
and die, Mick.
Hells yeah,
Oh,
Patroka.
I'm sure I'll get around to it one of these days.
So, what are you doing anyway?
You know, the Marsanis is the last Tornin warship. I'm readying it for battle with non-mortal opponents.
What are you talking about, non-mortal?
I'm going to admit I also don't know what he meant by non-mortal.
Surely you don't need
Who's
me to
not
tell
considered immortal?
You don't mean...
Does he mean the architect?
Something wrong?
Other blades?
Did you want something?
Artificial blades? Artifices? I'm not sure.
Oh, food's ready. Get it while it's hot.
You came all the way here to tell me that? You've got quite the crush.
Mick Kyle, I'm gonna crush your...
Okay, got it. Well, I'd better go and eat this
If they're gonna
delicious spread.
put the ... Like, in my mind, it's not like she trails off. In my mind, it's like he cuts her off, but then there's this pause
Mick?
of when he was supposed to cut her off, but they didn't put the voice clip fast enough. I guess it, like, I don't know. They're worried people are not going to understand if they do that. I don't know, but I feel like proper voice acting, you could pull it off. Yeah, they're not World Tree in that case. Charter a military vessel. All right, so this is all just how are they gonna get there? And so they... I feel like they could have explained how we get there,
Where do we go from here?
and then just put us there, instead of making us go all the way back to Mor Ardain just to do this. And there's this cutscene. Better make sure you're up to the task, because we're going to someplace dangerous. Yes, we are sailors that the king ordered us to. We are the best sailors. No one else is coming but the best sailors. You don't have to worry about us. And we are here now at the Cliffs of Moria. To BB, I talked to him. So we are now effectively at the point of the game, somewhere along this path, relatively close, so I'm going to consider it right here. This is where I got to the last time I played. At this point, I can consider this first playthrough. I don't know what happens after this, though I do get well acquainted with my friend Derek. You will meet Derek in a bit. I'm just upgrading my weapons because I just swapped out my weapons and now I'm just checking Nia's weapon. Do I want to upgrade it? I upgraded, looks like I upgraded Perun's weapon, upgrading Florin's weapon. Right now we have Tora equipped, but I'm gonna end up coming back to this this Nopon because I'm gonna end up switching in Zeke at some point with some new blades, and I end up having to upgrade those blades as well. I end up making a mistake here, I think. No, I may have already done it. Yeah, it was right here. Or maybe I don't care. At some point I accidentally give a weapon an overwrite an ability. Oh, my dog is here. Hi, Nika. I'm re-recording a video. Don't eat out of my trash now. Bye. Close my door. So, sorry about that. It's a few days later now, and the knocking on the door that you just heard was my sister, who I thought was in France with her husband, surprise visiting for a month. That was a couple of days ago. She's been here already a couple of days, and it's been a while for me to get back into recording this voiceover. Cliffs of Moritha.
So these are the cliffs of Moritha.
A rotting
Thank you, Rex.
titan, drifting aimlessly until death takes it.
I just remembered. Malos mentioned this place once.
Deuce
It's a
X
shortcut to
Remembering
the World
Machina.
Tree.
Thank you, Nia.
Makes sense.
Let's push on. Pyra is definitely somewhere ahead.
The lip sync is awful. Oh my goodness.
Pathetic. Look at all this trash. Huh?
Rex, are you okay?
Just waiting for this cutscene to end.
Rex?
I'm fine.
Could it be? Pyra is in trouble?
You know what bothers
I
me
don't
about
know.
Rex's character model?
But
Gramps
to
is
hurry.
part of his character model,
I have a bad feeling about this.
and I really dislike how his tail is always sticking up. It looks like an antenna. If they had just, like, tucked the tail into the helmet, I would have been a lot happier. I really dislike the stupid antenna tail. This is actually a bit of a sad cutscene.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Protecting this
Why are you running?
We Aegises don't need these things. You want to be free of them, as I do.
Stop it!
You don't get to tell her how she
You at all.
feels.
I am.
This is a bad nightmare.
Stop! Stop stealing my memories!
Well, damn, Father. Look what you've been hiding away.
Damn. Damn, Daniel.
All right then. If that's what you want, I'll do it for you!
No! Lost the upper hand!
So we are now at the Cliffs of Moritha, and I mentioned this a couple of days ago in the previous recording, so for you it was probably just a minute or two ago. This is as far as I got the first time I ever played this game. I got to around here, maybe a little bit up the path. When the next cutscene plays, I'll let you know if I ever got to that cutscene. But by this point, this is like first playthrough for me. I turned the first playthrough tag back on for this stream because this is basically all new to me.
I never met she didn't want to climb. What's next for you?
So I have Nia in blade form, Florin, who's also a healer, and Perun. I don't really have any good blade combos prepared, I think. And I still have Tora equipped, but that's going to cause me some regrets because he's lower level than Zeke, and he just doesn't have as many blades as Zeke to be able to pull off blade combos. I think once I try to eventually I'll swap out Zeke and Tora for Zeke. But as you can see, I'm trying to see, like, if I'm gonna use Tora, I gotta try to make him as good as possible, and so I go into the Poppy swap, and I'm like, wow, there's really nothing I can do. We're going. I don't remember if I saw this cutscene my first playthrough, so I may have just never walked this far. I wonder what he's hiding. Hi, Laura.
What is it? Did you remember something?
It is done. Once we establish a link with what Mikhail is preparing aboard the Marsanis, everything will be complete.
And the Aegis?
Oh, that? It's not an Aegis anymore. Just a lump of meat.
What a thing to say. What a thing to say. What an awful thing to say. It's just a lump of meat. I can't believe it.
Ah! Come forth, Ophion! What's that?
I wonder what I'm saying. I don't remember what I said.
Clever girl.
It
Clever
has
girl.
its own attack instinct, capable
Mine,
of autonomous
obviously,
action.
it brought memories of the
She knew that. That's why she
Jurassic
came
World
quietly.
movie.
No matter. All it needs is a little reprogramming.
Like, I get he's an Aegis, and so is Pyra and Mithra. Like, how does he have the ability to reprogram Ophion? Where is this Deus Ex Machina ability coming from to be able to drain the other Aegis of their memories, to be able to reprogram Ophion? Where is this power actually coming from? Where does the skills... Okay, so...
Oh, I can't wait. Yup. All right.
Yeah, it just bothered me.
Oh man, did I come up with a loaded gun again? Okay, bring it on.
Gotta kill this crab. Maybe I did come out fine. I think once I switched to Zeke, at least, my ability to perform blade combos improved.
Time for some treasure hunting. Yup. All right. Oh, I love the smell of salvage.
Just doing a little bit of salvaging. Shouldn't be that much longer now. I'll advance in a second. Of course, you're watching this on double time, except that I've now edited the footage. So, like, the beginning half of this video on YouTube was a little rough because it was before I edited the footage. But now I've edited the footage so that all the, running around is done in double time and all the cutscenes are proper speed, original speed. So it should be a cleaner process from here on out. A cleaner viewing experience for you. Oh yeah. We're gonna be seeing that a lot. It's also... I don't think I've noticed it yet. Alright, I guess you'll see me notice it later. Florin is actually super weak. He's not the best. What did I just lose to? What did I just lose to there? Oh, so yeah, and now I'm going to... Okay, this is that. I guess I don't. I just walk away. Did I already buy the core chips to upgrade my weaponry? Oh, am I going back now? Yeah, I'm going back now. I think that must be what I'm going to do right now.
Evening is upon us, it seems.
Oh, I'm looking to see if there's an inn. So I leave. I go to Corin's house because it's the cheapest inn.
Keep a close eye out for trouble. Where do we go from here?
And everyone can level up. And this is probably around where I noticed how much higher level Zeke is compared to Tora.
You certainly seem well rested.
So yeah, this is probably the biggest thing right here. This is where I notice how weak Florin is going to be because all my blade arts for the bit ball, which is what Florin uses, are level 1. And so it's I realize I might be on an uphill battle using Florin, but I don't decide to switch him out because I figured better kind of capitalize on healers because I don't know how much trouble I'm going to be. I go back to the Cliffs of Moritha.
Long journeys tired. Refresh and set out again.
Just trying to figure out what my next step would be. Where do I need to go? I actually get lost a couple of times in the Cliffs of Mortha. Even though it seems to be like a straight path, I do get lost a couple of times. Though, something that could have saved me from getting lost is actually just looking at the minimap. Basically, I try to like look for where I need to go forward, and I end up passing by the caves in the cliffside, where would be the way I need to go. So like I'm trying to find that bridge, right? I double back to see that bridge, that highlighted brighter bridge, and I'm like, oh, I must not be on the right. It must be above me or below me. I'm not sure. So I'm trying to figure out how to get there. I see a ladder there. I'm like, oh, maybe that's the way. I don't actually bother looking ahead. And doubling back again. Yeah. So I take the ladder. A Linka Hive. I was worried because it showed me, oh, this place is called Linka Hive, clearly named after the Akar nest and the Linka skeet that came from the nest. I'm like, oh, should I kill this thing? Should I not kill this thing? Maybe it's important and I should not kill this thing. I end up killing the thing. It actually takes me a little bit longer than I expected, because these things I thought would be a little bit weaker. But in the end, I do clear them out. For right now, it is March 31st, and yesterday, I only watched it today, but yesterday the first episode of Moon Knight came out. So, if you haven't watched that yet, go watch it, because it was pretty darn good. The one criticism I have is that Moon Knight himself, so I guess I found the cave at this point, and I'm like, oh, that's a big gap. Is this even the way I'm supposed to go? But I take the risk and I jump. Moon Knight himself kinda looks like CGI shit, but everything else seems to be pretty cool.
Is that all? The way is clear.
It's like, in a cartoon format, in an animated format, Moon Knight would look super cool, because it's got the cape, it's got the thing, but like, in live action, capes don't look cool. I don't think capes are cool. Like, if they gave him a hero jacket, changed the cape to a jacket, that just kind of like a big trench coat like jacket, I think that'd be pretty cool, but I don't like capes
Have you known Zeke for a
in
long time?
live action. I think Batman always looks weird, because the cape never looks good
We'd
in
never
live
spoken
action.
directly, but I knew of him.
The prince paid a visit to Moradane, did he not?
So this is a heart-to-heart, but I slowed it down back to normal speed because I thought it was interesting. They're talking about Zeke and
Yes.
how Morag
Now
learned
that
of
you
Zeke.
mention it.
Or met Zeke for the first time, but they didn't actually.
How was he? Back then?
Well, let's see. As I recall, the guards reported capturing a suspicious man, dressed all in black, and with a funny accent.
That's right. They'd stopped him at the palace gates and were about to throw him in jail.
He was already a shady customer back then, huh?
It's a good thing the prince was feeling generous. Otherwise, it could have been a major diplomatic incident.
Most certainly. Thanks be to his forbearance.
That's just like Zeke, though. I can almost picture it now.
That isn't even the worst of my prince's heroic tales.
Around here, I notice
There are worse
that
ones
they
yet.
changed the character model for Pandoria by by making her glasses transparent.
On legs.
So you had a cutscene earlier where
Like when
it
we
started
visited
off
Uriah,
as
they
opaque
mistook
and then
him for a
became
rookie guy
transparent,
and made
and
us
now
drill
her
for
character
72
models
hours straight.
permanently has transparent glasses, and I think she looks a lot
My
nicer
prince was happy
this
as a
way.
clam. Said it was a rare chance to see other countries'
I guess it
training
was to like
regimens.
highlight her character arc,
If you ask me though, it was beyond awful.
make her less comedic looking
The
and
girl
more
was worse than
normal
Armu
looking.
Kibble, and they didn't even
for her
have
character arc.
baths.
I like Pandoria, she's
Calamity
cute.
indeed.
I don't like her hat though.
Yet, despite that treatment, he let it pass without creating an uproar. Quite the gracious personage, our Zeke.
Gracious? I think he was just doing whatever he felt like.
All right, back to it. Now we got to figure out how to, and I fall. Right. You can see how depressed I am over that. The head tilt. Okay, so we gotta go back. Hopefully the right blades were still equipped. Yep. I gotta carefully. Let's see, now I am switching the blades back. Good thing I didn't do that before. Grab the treasure trove. No pond balloon. I forgot about that. I don't know what those do. Or what they're for. And again, I'm dodging all these monsters. Begging them to not look at me. To leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Let me be. I'm just trying to progress as much as I can. Airflow. I was really happy that I didn't have to re-equip the wind guys, but I did have to equip an earth dude.
Great Earth, I need your help.
I think I end up falling again. Yeah, but I catch myself.
Great Earth, I need your help.
I think that's Derek. Did we finally get to meet Derek, Evil Eye Mambor? Okay, so this is where I really got stuck. So no, not this place. Never mind, I take that back.
You're finally here. I've been expecting you.
Malos.
Your core crystal. So you finally gave up your little human act. Are you looking for a place to belong, or are you just a fickle child who doesn't know what she wants?
Where's Pyra?
Hell if I know. She's probably dead by now.
I'm alive. She's alive.
Think whatever you like, but don't be mad at me. All I'm doing is reclaiming what was stolen from me. You're never going to see her again. You make me laugh, you know that? Look at you. That salvager brat I picked up in Argentum. Standing here with the gall to challenge me?
Someone's gotta. We're not gonna lose to the likes of you!
So, I don't know if I mentioned this a few days ago. Oh, right. So, right now I'm freaking out because I never played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but I'm pretty sure the sword, the Monado, had a big circle in it where a character would appear. And I just saw the same thing in Malice's sword. So I'm like, was that a Monado? Is that thing... Does he have the Monado? And I was not sure. I was not sure at all until the fight started. You'll see what I mean.
What? What are we gonna do?
Poor, helpless little maggots!
Oh!
Nia! You!
Nia!
I should have used this power earlier.
But I was afraid. Afraid to go back to those days. Lives have been lost because I was afraid.
Nia!
But someone told me that I don't have to be afraid. Now I get it. My life has a purpose. Your power might destroy Malos, but my power restores. As long as my friends have a will to live, that's all I need. There is no wound you can inflict that I cannot heal. Blade weapons, too. They were born from us and could be healed just the same. Rex! Everyone! It's time to end this!
Yeah!
Here we go. So, the fight starts, and the fact that Malos had something that looked like a Monado is ringing in my head. Under Malos' name, you can see the different attacks he starts using. And you also hear him say it. And at first, I think he says something that sounds like tomato. But there it is. He used something called Monado Cyclone, which Monado Jail, there's another one, confirms that he has a Monado in his hands. And again, I never played the first game, but I know the significance of the Monado, Shulk's weapon. So this is kind of a big deal. And I thought, does he have a Monado instead of a regular blade weapon? But then later on you see that his core, like all blades, a copy of his core crystal is in his weapon, confirming that it is his blade weapon. I thought he just replaced his blade weapon with a Monado, but no, that is his blade weapon. This gets a little bit annoying because he keeps locking up my blades. So. And of course, his weakness is light, meaning I really wish I had Mytha right now. His blade weakness is light, sorry. And I don't think I ever really get... Oh, I do get some blade combos out on him. I can already see two of them spinning around him. But I don't think I ever... Do I ever use a chain attack on him? I'm not sure. This fight took a while, though. I don't remember how many times I had to do it. I think I lose. Yeah, because he keeps, I always have to use a team attack gauge to restore a teammate, so I never quite fill it up. And this might, yeah, I think this is it. Do I win? Okay, so I end up healing Tora there. I don't actually remember exactly how this goes down. I have to go down to get Morag. I keep trying to use Florin to heal, and sometimes I hit the wrong button, but when I do hit the right button, I realize, wow, Florin just does not heal enough. And so I keep trying to heal with Florin. I'm like, I wish it did more. And the entire time I'm reeling because he has a Monado. I'm like, shit. I keep telling my chat, I don't have a chat, but like in the stream previous to this one, I did have a viewer who was telling me I should really play the first one, and I kept saying, yeah, I'll play the first one after I finish this one. Hopefully I'll play and beat it before the third one comes out. But I'm like, reeling. He says, oh, they're only really connected. The expanded world only really becomes apparent if you beat both games. And so I'm just reeling. Why does Malos have a Monado? What is a Monado? And what is a blade? Because there's no... Other than this one, there's no Monado in this game. And there's no blades in the first game. So I'm really wondering just what on earth is going on. Also, I'm looking at this fight, and I'm thinking to myself, gee, do I really need 2 tanks? I don't, like, as a healer, I should probably get an attacker, so I'm really starting to think I should add Zeke to the party. But I ended up winning, looks like.
I'm gonna kill you!
Don't you know when to give up, Malos?
Ah! That's an annoying power.
So sorry. You've got to be stopped. You're a menace to the entire world.
Is that so? Oh, you sweet talker, Nia. Don't you see how weak you are? Heal all you want, but you can't even scratch me.
I already beat you.
Where are your claws, kitty?
That's rude.
Very well. Then I'll show you. You asked for it. Rex, help me out.
You got it.
Follow my lead.
Okay.
Here goes.
They're doing something. I know what they're doing, but I'm just trying to get the play. Probably not a very good one. I'm not exactly high energy right now.
What? Is that it? Huh. I hardly even felt it.
He's gonna blow up like so.
Nia! What have you done to me?
I alter the replication rate of your body cells. Even an immortal blade is made from the same stuff as any other being. I use that to my advantage.
This is why Jin recruited you. He saw that power.
Who knows? Why don't you ask him yourself?
So he's like exploding from the inside because his cells are just filling up his body. And he's just bursting at the seams.
Is right here.
That's a lot of purple blood. There's no way that's the end of him, though. I thought he was going to come back as, like, Jin is, like, the main antagonist. But after you beat him and make him see reason, Malice comes back as just an angry abyss monster, just as the final boss of the game. Like, you made him mad, and he was on the brink of death, and this is what he ended up as. And then maybe Jin helps you beat him. But we'll see later that that was wrong.
Come out, come out.
At least as far as I know at this point. Could still happen. Derek, is that you? It is Derek. Hi, Derek. We're gonna get well acquainted with this Derek. So I noticed the timer, and I'm like, this is obviously one of those stronger monsters. I don't feel like fighting it right now, so I leave. So here's this door, and I have no idea how to pass it. So I end up going back and forth a few times to try to figure out how to get to the other side of this door. And then I notice, oh, there's a cave somewhere. There's a cave right here. So I take the cave. And I go up the cave.
I need your help.
I end up swapping Zeke in at this point, looks like. But what that means is I need to... Yes, so at this point, I really want Zeke to have better blades, because I really dislike this. And he already has an electric blade in Pandoria. So I end up using all my rare blades and like 10 common blades, trying to unlock a unique blade. But I only get to these common types. I know it only looks like I'm unlocking one blade core. That's because, lucky for you, and via proper editing from me, I actually cut out all of them. Reason being, like I think I already said, I don't unlock any decent, unique blades. So instead, I just pick the two blades that I think can pair up with Zeke the best at the moment, and I give them to him, and I try to... Eventually, I'll go upgrade them and equip them properly. I think I also add a healer blade, another bit ball, to Zeke. See here, right here, I'm equipping, I'm getting new core chips to upgrade them. And then I think I go through pretty much all my blades to see if there's anything I could do better. Cannon of El Dorado. I thought that was a pretty cool name, but I don't think I go for it. I guess not. Ball of El Dorado. That's kind of funny, honestly. I don't have that much to say right now. Oh, this is okay. I wasn't looking. Now I'm equipping auxiliary cores to them, taking off cores from a lot of Nia's blades, because right now I'm not using Nia, so I can't use any of her blades. Also, I probably should have also looked at the options Poppy had, because I'm not using Poppy right now either. So now, right, this guy. So I end up right now, even though I look down, I end up passing where I'm supposed to go. And I'm like, is there a way to get by this guy? This guy's level 100, so I'm like, nope. Oh, I even look down. But I don't end up going. So I end up going back to run away from Derek again, because that's when we're absolute buddies now. I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, press on. Am I going back up now? I guess I was just running away from Derek. Oh no, I go past the thing to see, oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to take the air thing that was there to shake me off the trail, and that the path was somewhere right there. But no, it wasn't. I end up going back to the door now, I think, looking at the map, trying to figure out where the hell am I supposed to go. At some point, I noticed the torch on top of the wall where the door is, and I'm like, oh, there must be a platform there I could jump on. I just got to figure out how to get to it. And so I spend I just try to figure out how to do that. Go back up here. And I wonder, I can make that jump, right? I can make that jump. I tried to sneak around him, but I couldn't. Ended up dying there. I mean, he's level 100, so obviously. Just narrowly miss. I end up trying again right now. And I actually make it. Except for one small problem. I die. So now I know that that's definitely not an option. I go back down. Looking for other caves inside this cave. Nothing. So I see the torch, and I see that I'm supposed to jump there. And I'm looking up, and I see the platform above me, but I don't know how to get to it. So I backtrack past Derek to see if maybe there was another way to get there. Like maybe there was another path just a little bit higher on the cliff that would bring me there. I go too far and I decide no, that really isn't an option.
Where do we go from here?
back at the door again, and I see it. Like, I know I'm supposed to somehow land on that platform to get to the path, and then I see the box there. You see, like, the box, and I do recognize that box. That box was the place where the level 100 dude was. But I thought for sure when I was there last... Oh, I go back this way to see if maybe there was something here. So maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, maybe there's a place down here? No, it's just monsters. And collection points. I only take my sword out so I take less damage. I don't actually intend to fight those goons. Nowhere to go right, so I go left again, go all the way back. There's Derek again. He's gonna say hi. Oh no, Derek got tired of me. And so I see all those torches. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to figure out how to get there. And so I'm at the box, and I finally look down, and I see the torch, and I'm like, oh shit, this is where I'm supposed to go. So I passed it a few times.
Come out, come out.
Please open your hearts to me.
And so I fall. I leave that guy alone. He looks like he just wants to chill. And now I'm finally on the wall. And I get on the other side. Open the door. And now I have free entry. This is a very interesting salvage point in my memory, because I salvage pretty good here. And I get 2 chests. And I'm like, I want those chests. I 100% want those chests. And we get immediately interrupted. Now, normally, I would just run away from the monsters because I'm trying to progress, but I really want these chests, and so I need this guy gone. So we're going to spend the next couple of minutes watching as I pulverize this guy to take what's mine. Aspid. He's certainly an ass. Bid. Ba-dum-bum comedy! I'm surprised I haven't swapped to Perun yet, because he's weak to ice. Oh, maybe I had swapped to ice, because I started the chain with ice. This is Zeke using his new blades. And then Morag uses... I think I'm mashing the Z out button right now. I must be mashing it. And yet, I didn't even need it. Because we took it out without even needing to use it. But I was mashing that button. I got really excited because I got the chests. Not even sure what's in them, but I got them. Oh, cool, I'm talking... So there's no one in chat, right? There's no one watching the stream. Looks like I took a little break there. But there's no one watching this stream, which is why I didn't know that I was muted the entire time. So, everything you see me say, I'm saying to no one.
Pyra! Ah, you missed the highlight. We already have everything we need from her.
Jin! What did you do to her?
I already told you. I'm just trying to get back what was stolen from me 5 centuries ago.
So there you can see that he does have a core crystal in the side of his Monado, confirming that is his
you didn't think
blade,
you could put me down that easily,
his blade
did
weapon.
You? I am an
and this is where like he comes back, so obviously we didn't really kill him, and he won't come back angry as hell at the end.
You fell for it.
This is gonna be the main villain.
You did this to her.
Or Jen will, one of the two.
She betrayed herself as an Aegis, forming a bond with a piece of human trash. She tried so pathetically hard to hold on to her memories of you. But, in the end, I got them all. She put up a brave little fight. Please don't steal my memories. Cute stuff like that. Sorry, boy. You came to this desolate place for nothing. Do you really want this useless husk? Go ahead and take it!
Pyra! Pyra! I'm so sorry. Pyra, Mithra, we made it this far, but...
Rex. Rex.
I didn't so I was under the impression I'm only about, like,
Understood.
just over halfway through this game. So I didn't for a minute believe that Pyra was actually gone.
What a big boy.
Like, oh, maybe they could have replaced my main blade with Nia, but I didn't for even a minute believe that's what was going to happen.
I didn't understand Pyra and Mithra's feelings.
Not for a
Though
single
we were
moment.
destined to follow different paths. I tried to walk together. I walked in the shadow of the Aegis's light, blindly walking my own path, while she walked alone.
What are you blathering about?
So, I might be stupid, but I've made a decision.
Oh, what have you decided? You've come all this way. I'll hear you out.
It's obvious. I'll crush you into oblivion and take Pyra and Mithra to Elysium.
Crush us? Me and Jin? You couldn't take Jin on your own. And on top of that, I've regained control of all my Aegis powers. Not to mention the artifices. You're doomed, boy.
I'm not.
That thing is just a used-up shell. You can't rely on it to save you, boy.
I now understand what Pyra and Mithra wanted. And I understand what I have to do to make it happen. What it means to be driver and blade. Everyone, stand with me one more time. Let's get Pyra back and go to Elysium.
And so the fight starts. I, as you will see, will have to redo this fight a couple of times. Honestly, I'm not really sure what to say about it. It's just kind of brutal. Malos is drawing your aggression. He's basically the tank here, on top of doing all this bullshit of stopping my blade abilities. And they're just doing so much damage, honestly. But then Jin is not really affected by my own tank, Morag, as he keeps attacking other people besides Morag, which I don't know if that was a blessing or a curse, because if he kept attacking Morag, Morag would have probably gone down a lot quicker. But you'll kind of see, like, he's not doing it right now, but he'll start attacking other people besides Morag, and it just kind of, he really gets in the way. They both really suck when, I think it really sucks when you have to fight them together. Did he just KO me? Did he just one-hit KO me? Yeah, Mosaic goes down. Not that the fights didn't take long, I did not win. It'll turn out that there's a win condition, You don't actually need to beat down both of them, but I don't know that yet. And we restart.
It's fine, won't get 'em yet. Might be a good idea to take it slow next time.
Take a moment to breathe, and we go back in. I forget how many times I had to do this. I'm gonna try to really focus on my HPs of the characters just to see how much damage they do in a single attack. Like, did you see that? Morag went down in 3 hits. And I can't pick her up yet because we don't have enough team gauge. Yeah, this one goes by pretty quick.
We won't lose again. Maybe if we do some prep.
Maybe if we do some prep? I think I just did, I saw my face, and I think I just did the same thing. I heard Pandora go, I think we just need some prep, and I went, I think we just need some prep. So I did it right now and back then at the same time. I thought it was funny. You guys laugh. Laugh! What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Oh, I'm going to go give food to this guy. The Ardoon. And I was like really upset because the first one, which is what I had most of, only increased the progress by 1 each. So that was annoying. But back to this.
Who's eye out for trouble? Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I'm giving them meat because it increases their physical defense.
Delicious.
That's cool.
I'm stronger.
Alright, here we go. This might be the one where I win. It'll turn out that I don't actually have to beat them, I just have to reduce their HP down for a certain amount. It could be that I have to do that to both characters, it could be I just have to do it to one character specific, I don't actually know. But I was very confused when cutscene triggered, that's for sure. I don't know if it's now, though. Morag goes down. I think at one point I thought I brought down one of them, but I don't think I actually did. And this does not look like the one where I win, that's for sure. At this point it was like a week ago that I did this. I have no party gauge right now, so I'm certainly not picking anyone up anymore. Oh, Morag, Zeke went down. And yeah, okay, so I don't know what happened there. Just cutscene triggered.
Oh! Have I mentioned how irritating that ability is?
You did mention that. What? This is ice. Jin, you!
But of course. This is Jin's true power. You may have awesome regenerative powers, but everything becomes futile once you get down to absolute zero.
Oh, absolute zero.
While they're vulnerable, let's do it, Jin!
Rex!
Nia!
I'm not done with you yet!
Morag, this is getting us nowhere.
Oh, too bad.
Puppy! Take this!
Trash!
Puppy! Tora! It can't end like this!
Enough. Give up, Rex. Forget about us.
Rex, please listen to what we have to say. Our power has done nothing but bring you pain. It would be better if such a power didn't exist.
We told you we wanted to go to Elysium, but the reason why we wanted to go there
was to beg our father to let us die.
I was shocked
So
to hear that.
forget us, Rex.
That was a surprise
For
to
the
me.
sake of the world, abandon us.
Abandon you? When you are injured, I feel your pain. When you feel pain, I feel the sorrow in your heart.
What the hell? Has he finally cracked?
You really think I can just stand by like this and watch someone I love suffer?
You can make it to Elysium. You can make it, with or without us. So please.
What would be the point of that? Listen, I swore to you. We're going to Elysium together. That's a promise.
Rex.
I'm going to Elysium for you. I'm doing all of this for you. We'll do it together. We'll find out together.
So you could see on his face he's yelling, but he's not yelling. It feels like the yelling he's doing is not matching the yelling his face is doing. So for God's sakes, English voice actors, get in the game.
So, Pyra, Mithra, join me!
I mean, he tried just then, but that wasn't very good. Yell into the mic. Don't be afraid. Let the editors figure that shit out.
This is our whole being. This is the power.
So I thought that.
Birth. So Rex,
Never mind.
are you still sure you want this?
Tell me, do you love this world?
Yes. Mia, Deserta, and you, Rex.
I think no. I think that machine that's behind them. I thought that was Siren. So I'm about to get a little confused. I think. I don't know. It's been a week.
What? How?
So I thought we were about to awaken a third blade, like the third Aegis, because one sword belongs to Pyra, and no, one belongs to Mithra, and by extension Pyra. The other belongs to Malos, and then the third sword would be a third Aegis, and so I get a little confused here. Because I know that there's like a third name, right? There's a third name for an Aegis I happen to already know about. In fact, I already know about maybe a fourth one. But that's because I just Googled it and I was very curious.
Apologies, Rex. Worry not.
I thought this was supposed to be a third personality because, of course, she's speaking oddly. And I'm really sorry to be talking over this moment.
What's this?
That's better, don't you think?
I could get used to this. Everyone,
so we go back into the fight. And I'm very confused to see what I thought was supposed to be like maybe originally I thought this was a combination of Mithra and Pyra, but this is actually just... Boom. It's Pyra. And so there's another tutorial, pretty late in the game for another tutorial, but that's okay because we're learning about a new mechanic. But it's just Pyra, so I'm like, but what about the pedestal with the third core crystal required? One has to be Mithra and Pyra's. They share a core crystal. Pyra was invented by Mithra, so she's just an extension of Mithra. Then there's Malos, that's 2, and then there's a third one. I thought we were supposed to be introduced to the third one right now. I guess not. And so I am very confused. And while I did wiki some things and learn some names, I'm still kind of confused. And I'm excited to, I guess, meet them in the future, but that's not now. Another thing about this fight is a couple of times I'm going to get down to 1 HP. And I'm like, I'm going to be very scared for a split second when I realize no matter how much damage they do to me, I'll never go past 1 HP. So I'm clearly not supposed to lose this fight because the game doesn't let me. So this is just a tutorial on how to use Super Pyra. And Super Pyra, as you can see, I'm able to swap what element I want her blade attack to be. And that's what makes this Pyra special. I don't actually know if Mithra can do this too, because it's called Pyra. Basically, Pyra will become Super Pyra, and then Mithra will also become Super Pyra. I thought it was supposed to be a combination of their two personalities, but maybe it's just a Pyra thing. So you see I was at 1 HP, and but I never quite lose. I never quite get knocked out. And then I win. I just beat Malos. Oh, Malos is down temporarily. He might get back up in a second. I didn't notice that he was just crouching there the first time I did this. And that was that. They gave him a helmet, but because it's based on his previous model, he only wears the helmet when he goes scavenging. We're probably never going to actually see him wear this helmet.
Impossible! You can't have such power! I don't get it, but I'm not complaining.
I hate that trope. I don't understand what's happening, but I'm okay with it because I am the cool, spunky anime protagonist shonen guy. Like, if you don't understand what's happening, have a little concern. Like, One Piece is my favorite anime, but like, Like the trope where I don't understand what's happening, but I don't need to understand what's happening to help my friend. Yeah, I get it, but like, understand what's happening. Try to make an effort to understand what's happening. Be smarter.
You want some more? He looks so sad.
Rex.
Weak. End me now, or you'll live to regret it.
I don't want to fight you. I just want to get to Elysium. That's all. I won't let you stop me.
Of course, this game is like 5 years old now, so I guess I saw this model for like Super Pyra, and I thought, and I also knew the name of another Aegis, I guess, so I thought this was that other Aegis, but maybe I was wrong, and they look completely different. And this, I'll meet them eventually, but I haven't yet. So he wants to destroy humanity, destroy the world, and destroy the Architect.
Created by the Architect to erase existence. The ultimate weapon. The Endbringer.
Endbringer?
Yes. My only purpose is to destroy. I am the Endbringer. That is why I must go to Elysium. And awaken the ultimate artifice Ion.
You can't be serious.
I think Ion is the red and green artifice we saw earlier.
Boy. This is the sacred duty entrusted to the Aegises by the Architect.
You're wrong. Father doesn't want that. You're deeply mistaken.
Enough. I know I'm right!
So, looks like he did successfully reprogram Ophion.
Ophion?
Indeed!
Indeed!
It ends here! Another guest at the party?
That's...
So this is when we really first meet Siren.
Bring it on!
So I'm guessing the other one was Ion. The one in the cutscene. Other cutscene. I was kind of hoping that, because they really hyped up Siren and made Ophion seem like, yeah, he's an artifice, but, you know, he's just like the guard dog artifice. So I was kind of expecting Siren to just demolish this guy. But no, it looks like Ophion gets the upper hand here.
I'm fine.
I suppose they might be equally as powerful, but they both belong to Mithra, so I figured Mithra would, you know, be able to take back control of Ophion, but it looks like she never really makes that effort as of yet. And Siren gets demolished here.
The cliff!
And then the fall. Chapter 7, the fear she carries. And scene. Goes to save screen. I save the game. Full party is reduced to 1. Backup save. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, we'll finish the stream by the next cutscene, and then I remind myself, hey, I just saved, so I don't actually have to watch the next cutscene until the next stream, and so we end up ending it right here after I save. And as you can see, I'm talking and reminding you that, of course, there is no one there, so I really am talking to no one, because if there was someone there, I would probably would have known that I was muted. I only find out that I'm muted in an attempt to edit this stream to put on YouTube, like I'm doing now. Oh, look at me. Look at the arrogance on my face. The ignorance. So young, so fragile-minded. But he does have a point. It is time to end this video because the stream is over and I am running out of seconds. So, to everyone, far and wide in the vast expanse of the internet, have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you on the flip side, guys. Bye.